Hey guys, happy Valentine's Day. So, this is going to be a reading for all of the people in relationships, situationships, or dealing with anybody in particular. So, we have four piles today, starting with one, two, three, and four. Please use your intuition. If you don't feel led, today I didn't do crystals because I just wanted you guys to get a good look. We're going to be keeping this energy on like what's going on in your connection right now. This is just going to be an energy check in. And please only take what applies, let the rest fly. What else? What else? What else? We're going to hop into it. I'm going to be doing a couple of more readings based upon you and what makes you attractive and things like that. But right now, we're going to be focusing on how you're kind of coming across in this relationship, what the energy looks like, and we're going to go ahead and hop in with group one. Hey guys, this is group one. So if you chose this is group one. I wanted to do some relationship readings, especially with the theme of Valentine's Day, but take this how it resonates for you. I wanted to keep this kind of open for if you're talking to anyone, because you might be like, hey, I'm not in an actual monogamous relationship, or I'm in a situationship, or you could be dealing with one of your partners. Like, this is going to be kind of open, so make this align with your situation if you see fit. So today I wanted to do how you're coming across in this connection, your person, what needs to be released, what needs to be added, or what energy should you focus on, and then, based upon that information, what energy am I seeing? So I haven't seen any of these cards. For you, we have the Ten of Wands. And this is very interesting. I just got Aries energy, so I don't know if any of you guys are dealing with an Aries or if you have Aries in your chart. But the Ten of Wands is typically an energy of being burdened. It talks about you've lived a lot of life. So if you chose this, like if this is your group, you know what it's like to go through a lot of emotional experiences. Like you've had a lot of experiences that have hurt you in the past, or that may have burdened you along your journey. And it's like, I feel like you guys really know what you want, especially because you see this castle. It almost looks like a utopia. Um, you might have had like dreams of like what you wanted, and like you guys have come so far and you've made the best out of the worst situations in your life. What I'm picking up here is like, you can take the best of your stories. Maybe some of you guys might feel like if you drop everything, then it might drop the beautiful experiences, or somehow it's almost like you guys need to know that it's okay to let go of the negative narratives around romance and happiness. There might be some toxic ideals that were instilled when you were a kid about like, oh, the fairy tale, and I feel like I need to let you guys know that like, how you're coming across right now in your relationship is that you do have some excess stuff that you're carrying. So your partner could be picking up on that. But I'm just getting that for some of you guys, you could be feeling like there's weight. For some of you guys, it could be literal, like feeling like a physical thing, like, oh, I want to lose weight or whatever. But I don't feel like it's stopping you guys from getting what you want in this connection, but I feel like it's definitely making it more challenging to get to that feeling of what you want. And it feels more like a feeling. And for your partner, we have the Queen of Swords. So this is not about gender. This is about energy. This is feminine energy, but it's kind of like it's not even giving me so much feminine energy. It's actually giving me more masculine energy, to be honest. But take it how it resonates. The Queen of Swords is someone who, like she's been hurt a lot too. So I'm seeing like both of you guys may have been hurt in the past, but this person's just more logical. So it's like we have the feeler, like you guys are, and you can, however it's coming off to you, but it's like this person's coming off as more logical, coming off as more like, they could be an air sign, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, but they're definitely more on the logical side, and they definitely have a lot of boundaries. You could feel like they have some walls up, but it's interesting because you have the Ten of Wands here, and you see how that castle's up on a rock, and then she's kind of sitting up there, so it could feel like there's a distance between you two, but I'm seeing what that distance is the weight of something that you might be carrying. or how you feel about the things that you've carried in the past. And I want to see what needs to be released. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles. Some of you guys could have been in marriages before or relationships in the past. And the Spirit's just like right now, the things that you were loyal to in the past that didn't work out, you could have dealt with a lot of toxic family. I'm seeing some toxic family dynamics that could be from a father or grandfather, or just things that happened in your home. Because it's kind of like that fairy tale life, but it's not perfect. It could have even been manipulation, because it's kind of giving me magician vibes, but it's kind of like, don't let your past, this is literally what's holding the relationship back. You have the Ten of Wands, that's the Ten of Pentacles. It could even be financial, but it's definitely involving themes around like what you feel is possible in terms of family, loyalty, finances. It's like that is in your aura. So it's almost like your spouse is coming off in a defensive nature because they've been hurt too, and it's almost like they've gotten to this place of peace, but maybe to other people it doesn't seem like peace. It could seem like they're a little bit closed off, but it's because they can sense this in your aura. They can sense what you're carrying, and even though you have these flowers on them and you've made the best of it, it's okay and it's safe to drop it. So I want to see what the advice is from Spirit. Another 10. Look at this, guys. 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 10 of Cups. You could be seeing 10 a lot. Like some of you guys could decide that, it's like you want a different dynamic for your family. So if for some of you guys, it could be that like the 10 of Cups is a very emotional card. You see how the difference is between this? This is a grandfather giving his blessing. It almost looks like magic or something that's been handed down. And it's like things that you are almost indoctrinated in, things that you believe in because of where you come from versus your own created dreams. Some of you guys could be same-sex couples and you're like, you know what? I'm going to have kids. I'm going to do this. I'm going to live like this. I'm going to live off the grid. It's like, I feel like the shift in your love life is, or even if you're not looking for a shift, but you're going to see so much clarity come in, so much peace come in. It's almost like you guys are actually wanting a more emotional experience, like the whole fairy tale, like your idea of a fairy tale. And it's not saying that it doesn't take work and things like that, but it's like you guys have a right to want what you want. And I see that if you can do that, you have the Page of Pentacles, a new beginning, a new beginning. A new beginning, a solid beginning, and a new way of living in your romantic life. You might be feeling a fresh energy in your relationship. And what I'm seeing here with peace and indecision. So you're going to be allowed, you're not going to feel so indecisive about this relationship if you've been going back and forth or feeling like, why is it so tough to get to this place, or I want to have this. It's kind of like it's okay to drop the load because you're going to feel that peace and you're going to feel that youthful feeling again. She almost looks like a princess. So you guys could have had this like idea, like you guys could have been the kids or like ring around the rosy, or like I want to marry this type of person. And it's like what I'm seeing here is that the person that you're with, they have a lot of boundaries because they've been through a lot of things. But the advice is, if this person doesn't fit into the family dynamic that you want, you'll know it after you drop your burdens. After you release those negative energies from maybe how you were raised or what you think you can or cannot have. Once you release that, you'll be able to, that person will fit into this much easier. Because what I'm seeing is they just have their guard up right now. Because there could be a little bit of trust. There could be a distance. Some of you guys could be at a distance. Or it's like this person could also be the type of person who's a little bit logical, like more logical than you, and you're wanting something that's different from what they want, and it's giving yourself permission to get what you want and you believe that you deserve. I'm going to pull another card about your person. We have the Magician, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So I feel like this person is very, very powerful. You're dating someone who's very, very attractive. I'm seeing someone who's very, very powerful, and they're capable. They've manifested themselves into the position that they are in their life. They're very, very powerful, and they know, they're the type of person who knows what they want, okay? But the thing is, the Magician can be a little bit manipulative sometimes in a love reading. I see sometimes come up. It's because I feel like with the Four of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, see how he's old? This is like being set in your ways. this is typically talking about security, but how I'm picking it up is like they could be set in their ways with boundaries up because like I manifested this, I created this life for myself. I'm this old. I know this. I've been waiting for a long time. So I feel like kind of like they might be have a blunt personality or be very, very outspoken, or just not even outspoken, but just very clear about what they do and do not like. And Spirit's advice is to go for what, drop the weight, and then you're gonna feel that sense of fulfillment. You can have the family that you want. I'm seeing that come in strongly, and it's up to you. Choose peace, and everything else will align. And if anything falls away, it wasn't meant. But I'm seeing that it's really up to you guys. It's really up to your choice of what you want to do. But it's like I'm seeing something with family. Like it might be a need to distance yourself from family. Maybe this person doesn't get along with your family, or maybe there's certain things that trigger them about the dynamics between you and your family, or people that are close to you, or what you guys both want. And I think being honest about what you want while eliminating that on your own is going to bring so much clarity in group one. So this was your reading. Thank you so much for rocking with me. This is just an energy check-in about you and your relationship. Feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Refer me. Buy me a tarot deck. I really appreciate your support. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hey group 2, welcome to this reading. This is a love reading, and today I broke everything down into categories. So we're gonna start with your energy in this connection, your partner's energy, and remember this can be for anybody that you're dating, talking to, in a relationship with, having a one-on-one interaction with. Take it out what resonates, and you're also I have here is like what needs to be released from this connection, what needs to be added into this connection from your part energetically. And then kind of the energies once you do that. So this is an alchemical reading, and it's all geared towards putting that energy and intention into the relationship versus just like being on default mode. So for your energy, it's very interesting that I got 2 people, because this is just about you, because every time I see the court cards, I'm always thinking in terms of people. So we have the King of Earth and the Queen of Fire. Now, for some of you guys, this could be representing someone else in the picture that's in your energy, or this could be representing 2 aspects of yourself. Because with her, she's got the heart chakra in her hand, and this can talk about a lot of love to give. The Queen of Fire, like sometimes people always think of the Queen of Cups as the most loving queen, but the Queen of Fire, she has so much love to give, and she's so passionate. She has so much so that she expresses it in how she feels about herself, how she dresses, her belief system. Like, I just think that she's guys are coming off as very, very confident and grounded. And the King of Earth is talking about someone who's very grounded, someone who's very material. In the material world, they have their shit together, okay? Like, so you guys are coming off as like very, very, very attractive, very, very, very loving, very, very, very grounded. I mean, for some of you, that was a split message, and I just wanted to say that it could be someone else, or something that you're looking for in a spouse. But how I'm seeing it is, it's like your grounded nature makes you more loving, makes you more appealing. So your energy is coming off. I'm just getting really calm vibes. I don't know why. Some of you guys could like Game of Thrones. That's just random. But I'm thinking of Khaleesi. Like, she's got this like grounded energy before the last season, okay, guys? But she was the mother of dragons, the mother of fire, and she had this like sexy energy that she was like a badass, but then she also had this grounded energy where she cared about people. So I feel like you guys have this beautiful duality about you. You're very balanced in your masculine and your feminine energy. Let's look at your spouse. So your spouse, it's upside down, but your spouse is coming off as the Hangman. So the Hangman is Pisces energy, and it could feel like, it's so funny because your energy is coming off as so grounded. And for some of you guys, I just picked up on Aquarius energy. It doesn't have to be, but your spouse is very different. They could be very eccentric, or they could think different, because this energy here with the Hangman is talking about looking at things from a different perspective. It could be also being at a point in their life where they could feel a little bit stalled, because the Hangman is like intentionally like hanging himself from a tree in the traditional tarot, but it's getting that other perspective. But in real life, every time I've experienced a Hangman moment, it feels like I'm in a limbo space of like, I can't get out of it. It almost feels like a retrograde energy. So the retrograde no matter when you're watching this, I just saw 333 on my timer. That could be relevant for you. You could be seeing 333 a lot, but I'm seeing that like your spouse energy is a little bit up in the air. They're not as grounded at the moment as you are. And so what I'm seeing here, it could be because they have a very unique perspective of looking at life, and sometimes they could just be in a part of their journey where they're really struggling to kind of find their footing. I'm going to pull a clarifier for your person. It says service. I feel good when I help others. This is definitely Aquarius energy. This could also be your spouse giving a lot of energy, kind of going over and backwards and beyond. They could be a giver to the point where they have to take time for themselves just to kind of get back in a good space. But let's look at what needs to be released from this connection. Okay, I just heard too small. And take that how it resonates. But with the Queen of Water, remember I was just talking about the Queen of Cups, how she's really loving, but it's almost like you guys are coming off as the Queen of Fire here with the King of Earth, right? And for those of you, I'm really picking that up, but it's like, it might be just like two people where it's like you're thinking of the type of spouse that you want. And it could be a combination of both, where you want someone who's very grounded, someone who's a little bit more traditional, someone who has like, who feels really secure. But going back to the Queen of Fire, I was saying that she has the heart chakra little symbol here, but she reminded me of the Queen of Cups, and this is basically the Queen of Cups in this deck. But this is what needs to be released, because it's almost like the way you love is sufficient. Some of you guys need to know that. The way you love. Like you guys might have a heart for the people, and maybe that's what connects you. Let me know how that resonates. But for some of you guys, I'm seeing the connection has to do with service to others, has to do with like your dreams and your ideals. And you're like weird together. Like there might be like some weird things like that you guys connect on that are unique to you. But I'm seeing here, it's like she's underwater. It's almost like you're sassy, confident, regardless of gender, confident nature, combined with this like ambitious King of Earth, grounded nature is how you love. There's something about the way you love that almost, if it's almost like it could be too much at times for people. Like this is how your spouse is coming off to me, and this is how you're coming off to me. Look how big she is in comparison. And I just want to say this as a disclaimer. This has nothing to do with being better than anyone. This has to do with emotional capacity. You guys do best in your own element. It could be something about how you dress, how you express yourself, and it's like, don't hold yourself back. And don't overgive to anyone just because of their nature. It could be like where someone was from, or because I'm picking up on some insecurities about maybe your spouse or people that you've dated, that it's like, it's almost as if there's an over giving. I'm going to pull a clarifier for this. I'm actually going to pull from this deck. I'm just getting the sense that you might have the tendency, because you have a big heart, to give, and it's coming from a pure place, and I don't see it being malicious on your partner's end, but they have to be in the space to receive it. So I'm seeing like you have like maybe that's where the other person was coming from. It's like you have enough love to give to a lot of people, because you're coming off as like two people. Like you could do the job of two people. And I feel like this with your spouse, they might be feeling like they don't have enough to contribute in some way. I don't know if this is financial. There's something about that, and it's like you don't have to overgive. I'm just gonna pull a card because this deck doesn't really shuffle out that much. Let's see what we got. 5 of Crystals. Yeah, this talks about a lack mentality. Some of you guys could have been following the moon, and I'm seeing I'm seeing that you guys have been hurt in the past. You might have gone through betrayal, and I'm so sorry if you have. And I feel like you guys understand the seasons of life. You guys understand how cycles work. You could work with the moon, but you understand how seasons work and how change works. And it's like, I feel like you guys are very open to that. And you guys flourish well in different dimensions. So I want to see what your advice is. Your advice is to have a youthful approach to it, to your relationship right now. It's funny because the other group got a page as well, but I think it was in a different position. But with this, it's the page of earth is a very, very, like, in my opinion, a very youthful approach to things, keeping things light. Not being like a mother or caretaker or father or like doing too much, keeping things light, and also keeping an open mind and being willing to learn the situation, talking to your partner, being willing to, I'm just seeing like some inner child healing that is taking place. And that's why your heart is so big. It's like they want you to, like, your guides want you to stay playful. Stay in that space. Regardless of what anyone else is doing, stay in that youthful place. Because what I'm seeing here is the Two of Air. This can talk about, typically about feeling like, I don't know what to do. I got to make a decision. I don't know what. And we have a Pisces. Your person could be a Pisces or have Pisces placements, because we have Neptune here. And there could be something about, like, I don't know, body image is coming up. I don't know, for some of you guys. Oh my gosh, and look at this. Look, we have the same seahorse here, and the seahorse is here. And then the Hangman as the Pisces energy. So how your person is coming across right now is in Pisces energy. And Pisces is all about duality as well. So they have a lot of duality. They could have it in their chart. But what I'm seeing here is like, I feel like you guys could be going back and forth about what you want to say to them about things that you've contributed to them. This is very interesting, very interesting. Do you guys know what you want to say? Because it feels like you guys may not know exactly what you want to say. You may not be open to it with the Four of Cups. Look at that, closed off. You might have been, have you guys been waiting for something for a long time with the Seven of Pentacles? This is Virgo energy. This could be your person too. I'm picking up that, like, there's some sort of block with communication right now, and I don't feel like your person is in a space to really receive it with this Hangman. I feel like they're going through their own transformation, and Spirit's like, you need to be playful right now. And even if that's playing with yourself, and I don't mean that, oh my God, this is like I'm talking about, that was so, take it how it resonates, okay? I don't mean that way. I mean, just enjoying yourself. Some of you guys could really like to write or journal. And I'm seeing that Spirit wants you to express yourself, to express how you feel, express your love. It's okay to express your love without overgiving. But I'm seeing that you're going to come into more balance and be able to make decisions for yourself from an empowered place of not being consumed by whatever they might be going through, but while still having compassion for them. I'm going to get another card. I was like, guys, this wasn't supposed to be a long reading, but I'm going to do what I feel led to do. Uh-oh, I dropped some. Sorry, guys, my cards flew all over the place, and so we got the World, which is Capricorn energy, and so I wanted to get a clarifier for the Page of Earth, and I'm feeling like this, giving yourself permission to be in your child playful energy might open the door for the next chapter. This is completely up to you, and you guys have free will. But if someone is unwilling to it's not in your head and you're not stuck. It's the energy of the person that you're dealing with is going through their own spiritual journey right now and their own transformations. And there's something about service, there's something about identity and uniqueness and embracing who they are and who they're not. Like, I'm just picking up some insecurity energy, and I just don't want group 2 to take it on because it looks like it has nothing to do with you. Like, I feel like the next phase of your life is inner child healing and play and creativity and expression and love. And this person has to decide to come out on their own. So not to wait passively, but to enjoy your life. You decide what you want to do. Either way, it's going to be prosperous for you, but take your power back is what I'm seeing. Speak, use your throat chakra. I'm seeing a throat chakra activation. Your heart chakra is so open, it's so ready. And sometimes when we idly wait or we try to help others, we can actually be hurting them because they have to ascend on their own. Even though we can be with someone, we don't need to walk the journey for them. So I see that some things are going to shift as you are putting that energy and focus back into yourself, group two. You deserve to feel good. You've taken, I feel like you guys are the type of people that have taken some hits, and you've already like ascended so much that it's like you've decorated your life in such a way that you're not weighed down by your past experiences. The only thing I'm seeing here is like when we overgive, we rob that person of their own spiritual journey, but it hurts sometimes because we want to help them. It hurts because we want to show people. It's like you guys are already there. You're already ready. And it takes two. But it just seems like this person, whoever this other person is going through their own pause, and it has something to do with their uniqueness, their identity, their emotions, kind of caught up in a whirlpool, like both fish. Like they're still trying to find their footing with their masculine and feminine energies. It could be something about that, like something about like society, and like, if, for example, it could be like, oh, little boys can't play with this. It's like there's some deep rooted inner child wounding that this person has experienced, and you guys are at the place where you're kind of like healing that energy. So I'm saying just be playful in that. That should be your focus at this time. I know this is a lot, and with relationships, it's not always so cookie cutter, but you're being encouraged to speak your truth, walk in that authenticity, and celebrate that inner child, because you guys are in a really beautiful place of balance. And I would hate to see anything or anyone throw you off just because of what they're going through right now, group two. So this was your reading. I hope this helps you. I hope this blessed you. I hope this brought you some insight. If you'd like to book a personal reading to dive deeper into your situation, you can hit me up. You can link in the bio or down below, depending on where you're watching this. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, group three. So if you chose this is group three. So I haven't looked at any of the cards. We're going to be looking into your energy, how you're coming across in this relationship, your partner's energy, what could be added to this situation for the highest good of all. And then this last card here, well, actually this card here is going to be what needs to be released from on your end, or just in general, and then advice from spirit. So let me turn these around. We have the Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. So just right now, you guys are in your three energy. You guys are coming across as Three of Pentacles. But when I saw this, I thought this was the Eight of Pentacles. The Three of Pentacles typically talks about collaboration and business and working together. But if you see this, it kind of looks like this dark magic. I don't know if this situation or this relationship has put you into a vibration of needing to get back into your alchemy, getting into almost like embracing your shadow side. There might be some shadow work that's going on right now. And shadow work is when we're dealing with things that trigger us. And it's almost like you guys might grow in tough situations. Especially with this black cat, I feel like even the look on this person's face, he just seems like it's a lot of work. Because the Three of Pentacles talks about work, but it typically is talking about working with others. And it could be dealing with belief systems, because even the way this crystal paned glass is giving me the energy of, like, when we think about churches and religion, sometimes there could be some religious factors in your connection or belief systems. But the interesting thing is that he's doing religious work, and he's doing magical work in a religious setting. So for some of you, what I'm picking up is the foundation. You might have two different belief systems. You might have two different ways of handling things. I'm seeing that your person might be more action oriented. And even though you are, I'm seeing that you might be working on things that you want to collaborate with alone. I'm definitely seeing that you might be trying to work through a situation, or this could be dealing with things with work, but I'm definitely seeing that, like, you guys have an energy of just like, it just seems a little bit heavy. And your partner's energy is coming off as the Ten of Wands. Whenever we're dealing with the Ten of Wands, a person's bags are packed. I don't know if there was a recent separation. I'm picking up for some of you guys, there could have been a recent separation where this person had been waiting for a long time for something. There's a lot of 3 energy. And sometimes when we're dealing with 3 energy, it could be dealing with other people who are involved in our relationship, other people's opinions, other things. But what I'm seeing here with the 3 of Wands that are still at the top of the hill, this talks about waiting. This talks about a long time, expectations. And sometimes when we have expectations and they're not met, we become dissatisfied. And I'm picking up a dissatisfied energy. For some of you guys, it could be this person is moving. This person is moving on, or they could be thinking about how moving on, cutting their losses and kind of like not waiting anymore. There could be a dynamic between work, like, oh, you work too much, or the things that you're into, they're just not into. There could be a conflict of interest. But what I'm seeing is like, I feel like your energy is coming off just a little underwhelmed. That's the energy I'm getting, but I'm getting that you're highly protected. But there might be a lot on your mind right now. And I feel like with this person, they might have the type of energy that they'll just keep it pushing. You see how they're just kind of keeping it pushing? This is the 10 of Wands. So 3 are on the hill, which means they have 7. And 7 can be a defensive energy. It could be like, when things get rough or when things happen, this person just might be like on their path. Like sometimes we meet people on our path as we're going to our destination, and this person seems to be self-focused on when they're leaving, leaving behind something and keeping it going. And I say that because the 8 of Wands is what the advice is for you to drop, to not do, is to not move forward, to not chase this person, to not pursue whatever this is. If there was a disagreement or if there was some sort of confusion, the 8 of Wands is Sagittarius energy, which is like forward movement, quick, fast. But your energy is coming off is like kind of like in this slow place. See, he's not really even looking at his work. He's drawing like some sort of like looks like a star. So it looks like he's doing some sort of ritual, but he just seems like he could be in a dark place. And what I'm seeing is when we're dealing with energy, I am an alchemist, okay? And when I do readings, I like to help people to get the most out of their situation. Not just telling you what to do or just telling you the future, but what I feel like for you guys, there's a lot of indecisiveness. And it's almost like when things flow away from us, or they come into our experience with such ease, we know it's meant for us. And I feel like you guys might be the type of person who's like, gonna make it happen and go for it and hit it and work and blah, 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 blah. And it's like you're being asked not to do that right now. Instead, you're being asked to pause and go into the 7 of Cups energy. Now, a lot of times when we see 7 of Cups, we're like, I always see 7 as a wisdom number. I see 7 as an experience number, and we already have the 7 of Wands that your person has. So I feel like maybe your person has been through a situation multiple times, and they're just like, you know what, on to the next. And it may not be a physical thing. It could be an issue that you guys are resolving, but it's definitely like this person is like forward movement, and Spirit's asking you to pause right now. This might be taking a break from work. This might be just taking the time to just really be in your own energy with your guides and your own spirit, and really reflecting on what you want with the 7. So I like it because this 7 of Cups is a wizard, and wizards talk about wisdom, and especially it's a very magical vibe. So whatever practices you guys do, you're being encouraged. But there's a castle in one. There's that black cat again. Some of you guys could have a cat, and it's definitely like a spirit animal. Or you guys could be very drawn to animals. You guys could be same-sex couples, especially with the rainbow. I always see it as such a happy thing. We have butterflies. We have a mermaid. I'm definitely picking up on some siren energy. We have dragons. We have gold. So there's all these different options. And most of the time when I see the 7 of Cups, I'm saying, oh, someone's being indecisive. Someone doesn't know what they want. Someone's thinking about it. But I feel like whoever you're dealing with, if they seem a little distant, we'll just call it distant, it's because they are. And I feel as if you're being called to step into what do you want again? I feel like with this space that you guys have, whether it's time off from work, whether it's even when you're at work daydreaming or getting into your energy, the divine wants you to get into your daydreaming energy. They want you to fantasize. I always say that I love Disney, and I was a Disney's kid. I'm definitely a 90s baby, and I don't care what people say about Disney. just from a child's standpoint, that's my childhood. And so the castle here always reminds me of Disney. And we have a mermaid here, and we have butterflies and dragons. And so you guys might have this talking about dreams, it's talking about inner child healing. And you're being asked to really dive deep into what you want. And what I'm picking up is that a lot of times we know what we want by experiencing what we don't want, but you're being asked not to chase. You're being asked not to rush in. You're being asked not to pursue. You're being asked to look at what you want and kind of yes or no your way. Imagine getting into your creative energy. And when you're doing that, you're going to get back into your power with the Queen of Wands. And there goes that cat again. You guys might want to get a cat if you've been thinking about it, or you might want to look up the cat spirit because there's a very feminine Leo energy here, but like cats are very perceptive and they're very psychic. So you're being asked to observe the situation right now, wherever you are. I don't care if you're at work, if you're at church, if you, whatever you're doing, like continue to build yourself up, continue to do those things, but allow yourself some time to really dive into what you want and how you want to feel. Cups deal with feelings. And I feel like you don't want to, this is not the energy of chasing. The energy of chasing and pursuing and going after is not going to serve you right now in this connection. See how she's sitting? She's being passive. I really feel like you guys are feminine energy, regardless of gender, and you're being asked to sit in your power. This is like, I feel like you're going to feel sexier than ever. You're going to feel a glow up. You're going to feel love. Love, 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 love. We have, I commit to the practice of seeing good in all things. So yes, seeing the good in all things. So typically the Seven of Cups has negative options, but I don't even see any negative options. It's like you get to choose what you want to experience is what I'm seeing. Put the power back in your hands. And with the Four of Pentacles here, this is talking about holding on. But I'm not seeing it in a negative energy. Holding on to the love that you have for yourself. Like four talks about stability. It talks about the four legs on a table. Right now, you need to focus on your four legs on your table, because if you go chase and you go pursue, one of those is gonna be gone. You're gonna leave your throne. Don't leave your throne. Don't leave your post. Especially no matter how old you think you are. Some of you guys could be concerned with age. Some of you guys could be concerned with attractiveness as you age. It could be simple things like skin and hair and all that stuff, but it doesn't matter because you guys are so powerful and you're going to draw in love, the love that you want from wherever that comes from. But it's more about your confidence in yourself and what you want, group 3. So the power is in your hands. Take that power back. I'm seeing some of you guys could have cats could be relevant. The springtime could be relevant. For others of you guys, it could be Christmas. And I'm also seeing sunflowers. So just take this as it resonates and go with that. But go with love. Go with your self-love, pouring that back into yourself. If you're feeling someone's being distant, allow them to peacefully do that for themselves. And what I'm seeing for you, the focus is on getting back into your playful feminine energy, getting back into your daydreaming, visualization, visual boards, movies, things that your personal interests are really going to light your path to this power. And if you've been thinking about getting pet, this is a wonderful time for you to do that. All right, group 3, so this is your reading. Thank you so much for supporting me. If you'd like to buy me a tarot deck, you can definitely do that. The link is in the bio or down below, depending on where you're watching. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Hello, group 4. This is group 4. Welcome to this reading. This is a love reading, and we're going to be talking about your energy in this connection, your person's energy in this connection. What energy will serve you if you add this into your life, because we are alchemists, so we're going to look at what energy should we add for the desired outcome, and advice from spirit, and then what needs to be released. So I haven't seen any of these cards, and when I was shuffling your group, I picked a deck I typically don't pick, and I shuffled in a way I typically don't do. So some of you guys could be making some different moves or thinking about making some different moves. So let's just see what we got. So we got the Seven of Wands. I just heard strategy. Strategy is very important right now, and you're very protected. You have a spirit guide. You have the tiger spirit very close to you right now. So I don't know much about the tiger spirit, so you might want to Google this after this reading. But what I'm seeing here is that the Seven of Wands it always comes out sometimes when you stand your ground and you go after your dreams and you're holding on to your passions or you're holding on to something and others are coming against it. You see? There's 6 that are coming at them, and the Six of Wands talks about success. This right here is the Ace of Wands. So I don't know who this energy is. I just know that your energy is a little defensive right now. There could be some back and forth. There could be some kind of having space to yourself with someone that you feel close to that's not your spouse, or this could be your spouse, but we're going to look into their energy. But 7 is talking about wisdom. I always say 7 is like wisdom energy, but 7 is kind of getting into the energy of what you know to do. And I feel like you're kind of in a protective mode right now. And for good reason. It almost feels like negative attention. And your person, their energy is 2 of Cups. So this could be you with your person right now. Like this could be you against the world with your person. Take it how it resonates. But look at how their energy is coming off. Very beautiful. Almost blissfully unaware. You could be going through something that your partner is not aware of right now. So let's look at let's add more to the story. We have the 9 of Wands. Yeah, I think you could be going through a spiritual transformation, or going through certain things that your spouse is not really all the way aware of. Yeah, because you have the Ace of Crystals here. Ace of Crystals talks about a new financial opportunity, and I feel like you might be in defensive energy. Maybe there's something about attention. But what needs to be, see how this looks like a dream catcher? This is the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands is a very stuck energy. It can be stuck in past traumas. It can be stuck in like my worst dreams, or I don't want this to happen. It's a very, very much a fear space. But with this, I'm getting Pisces energy, because it's like sometimes our greatest fears are the flip side to our greatest dreams. And I'm seeing that the advice is to focus on the abundance, focus on the bright side, focus on the beautiful things in this life, focus on the opportunities ahead, and kind of get out of this defensive mode, because it could be blocking you from something very, very beautiful. Yeah, embrace the number 1 is what I just heard. Embrace the number 1. Embrace who you are. Embrace, allow yourself to be seen. Because I feel like this person is whoever your person is almost like enjoying this relationship without you, almost. Like they could be with you, but they're like in a different vibration, because see how they're just floating in this beautiful energy? You could be same-sex couples. You don't have to be. But this is giving me the 10 of Cups. It's such a utopia energy. This person is like floating on a cloud, and your energy is very, very different from that person. So if there's something that you need to communicate, whether that is your dreams or fears or the things that you want to move forward, I'm feeling like you're being encouraged to do that. But we're going to look at these cards here. We have the Chariot. So this is Cancer energy all day. Yeah, go for it. And look, normally the Chariot has 2 horses, a black horse and a white horse. But I'm seeing a lot of this energy is like, maybe you're used, I don't know, there's some sort of energy of like, things that you're used to that are negative, but you're being asked to have courage in this, especially with the full moon. The full moon in Cancer could be relevant whenever you're watching this, but the Chariot talks about courage. And look at this. This energy is almost like courage to face something, courage to face love, courage to join in this vibration of love, courage to go for it. Look at this. You got the 2 of Cups again. See, this is what you're being asked to do. I'm about to dive in. Like, you guys need to dive in, is what I'm seeing. It's a little scary. Maybe you're taking a chance on love. Look at this negative energy in the corner. Look, yeah, because you're coming from this place. Maybe you've always had to defend yourself. Some of you guys could have a pet, but with a tiger spirit and you have the Chariot with the horse, I'm seeing courage. And she's got amethyst. So amethyst talks about your crown chakra. And that's about being in alignment with which moves to make based upon what you know to do. Moving in alignment. Movement. You have a card of movement. You guys right now are coming off as a little bit not completely participating in this in some way. And it's completely valid. Like, I'm not ragging on y'all. We all have our things. But I'm seeing that it looks like a safe space, guys. And it's like, because this person is loving regardless. Like, this person is the type of person that is going to be in that loving energy regardless, because you have the 2 of Cups twice. Look at that. You're being asked to join. Look at the rainbow. The rainbow. Rainbow. you and me. Like, you guys are being asked to completely intertwine yourself in this love completely. If you want to see the best in it, because right now you may not be experiencing the best in it because you're being asked to. The full energy is Aquarius, so you could be dealing with Aquarius. We also have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but what I'm in Cancer heavily. What I'm seeing is with this energy right here is doing something different. Aquarius talks about different. Even how I got the cards different. A new way of looking at life. And some of you guys might want to read the book called The Way of the Superior Man. Now, this is only dealing with from a masculine perspective, but some of you guys needed to hear that. It's a book that talks about, it's a very controversial book, but look it up if it resonates. But with this Aquarius energy, you're being asked to dive into something, and the Fool can feel scary, can feel nerve-wracking. It's a cliff. But what I'm seeing is this reciprocal relationship. And the Cancer talks about courage, but normally there's two horses. So like I said, this is going it alone because it's you who needs to participate in this if you choose. And then we got empathy. It says, I'm open to seeing both sides of the situation. Look, both sides. It's almost like it's safe to go for it. You've had some of your nightmares come true in the past. You've probably been through a lot of energy where there were things that you did not want to experience, but it is a safe place. And I'm going to pull a clarifier for you guys for the Seven of Wands. Can you give me a clarifier for the Seven of Wands? Yeah, the end of a hard road. And then the Ten of Cups at the bottom, guys. Look at that happy family. Another rainbow. 3 rainbows in a reading. Happy family. The world talks about Capricorn energy. Some of you guys have just been through your Saturn return. Saturn is where there are intentional obstacles so that we can grow from them. But this card is also represented by all of the fixed signs in the zodiac. So that's Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. And so these are some tough things to overcome. But this is like my graduation card. Like, you've done it. It's not to discredit how you are. It's to celebrate the fact that you were able to maneuver through some tough energies, and now you're able to move to the next stage. And I'm seeing the next stage being family. I'm seeing the next stage being love. I'm seeing the next space being children, if that's what you choose. But having the courage to go for what you want in the heart space is going to get you very far, very far, very far. Okay? Like, it don't get no better than that. Go for the gold, because you're going to get it. All right, group 4, I'm so glad I did your reading. It's so beautiful. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much support. If you'd like to support me, you can buy me a tarot deck. The link is below or in the bio, depending on where you're watching this. You can also join my moon group, or you can share with a friend. And I really appreciate the support, and I'll see you in the next video.